Alright guys, in this video here we're going to get into state of awareness, and so I typically use stage and state interchangeably here, but the question that we have when we get into state of awareness is, what does your prospect know? Now that we've clarified your desire, your offer, and your problem, we've clarified to an extent. We're going to get into more details with your offer in the next video, but actually the video after the next video. But it's time to ask, how aware is your market of the desired problem solution? Because how close your problem is to your prospect's conscious mind determines how easy it is to sell. If it's already top of mind, they're close to buying. If it's buried deep, you've got work to do. Okay? So here are the stages of customer awareness. We have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and stage 5. Now I'm going to read these off and then I'm going to give some information on each of these. The unaware stage is people that are completely oblivious to the problem and their need to solve it. Problem aware stage is people conscious and frustrated by the problem but unaware a solution exists. Solution aware is actively searching for information and exploring solutions to the main pain points. Product aware is recognizing your product as a solution and want to learn more. Most aware is completely educated on your solution's key features and benefits and ready to buy. Now these are all the stages, and typically when we're running ads to cold traffic, top of funnel, bringing people in top of funnel, we're more focused on stage 1 to stage 3. Stage 4 and stage 5 is where we're going to sit more into retargeting campaigns, and most aware is definitely more so retargeting, but typically we're going to sit in the stage 1 to 3 range. Now with the example that I gave before, the first point that we got from the last video is that we have people that are looking to escape the 9 to 5, right? That is the core desire that's bleeding through. And now we're going to figure out the second point here to really help us to create our ads. But if I know that my ICP is looking to escape their 9 to 5, they're in this situation right here, which is current state, and they want to reach this desired state, but they have this problem that's sitting in the way. And I want to understand how conscious my ICP here in their current state is of this problem. And so at stage 3, these are people that are actively banging their head against the wall, trying to get away from this problem. So they're currently searching. They're currently looking for a solution right now. And if I target people like this, my targeting and my ads, the hook is going to change because I know that these people are looking for a solution right now. Problem aware know that they have these problems and they're having these pains, which we talked about before, all these pain points, but they're still sorting out what the problem looks like and what they should do about it. And now unaware is completely a bit oblivious to the fact that they have a problem. They're just earlier on. The thing is they still do have that mass desire. It's just sitting in the subconscious, like really far into the subconscious mind. And so it's hard to pull these people up and basically get them into the situation where they want that desire sitting at the top of their conscious mind, and we can move them through our funnel to actually have them sell. Now, what I do when looking at the stages of awareness here is I go ahead and I decide on what type of marketing strategy that I'm going to use. And typically right off the bat, the level of conscious demand is sitting at these levels right here for each stage. So I typically go from top down. I will start at the highest possible level that I can for top of funnel. And so I'm going to start at stage 3 for my ICP. And what does this mean? This means that these individuals are solution aware. They have a high desire, a high conscious desire to go ahead and get away from this problem. That's where my offer is going to sit. They're really close to pulling the trigger to try to get out of their situation. So these are the first group of people that I'm going to be targeting, and this is really important for my messaging and my ad. Now at the solution aware stage 3, this is going to be the smallest market out of these 3 stages right here. Unaware is the largest market. The most amount of people are having that desire sit in the subconscious. The second smallest market is going to be people that know that they have these pain points surfacing. They know that they have a problem. And the smallest market of these 3, of the 3 that I've talked about so far, is going to be actively hitting their head against the wall trying to solve this problem and looking for a solution. So a lot of the big hitting offers, if you can do very well in targeting an unaware audience, bringing them through the stages within your funnel and selling them, you can make a lot of money. But when I want to start at solution aware. And so when it comes to actually building out my ad, these are things I'm going to keep in mind for each stage and so on. So here, because they don't actually consciously have that desire sitting at the top or even close to consciousness, I'm going to trigger them with emotion, curiosity, identity hooks, and future state. So This is stuff that's really not talking about the desire first. The desire comes later. Problem aware, I'm going to trigger with clarity about what is wrong and agitation. And solution aware, we're going to trigger with unique mechanism, speed, and simplicity. So basically the new opportunity that we have this offer to get them to the desired state. So this really helps me to decide on exactly what my messaging is going to look like. Again, this was the first thing that I picked up, and this is the second thing here, is understanding that I'm targeting solution aware. In the next video, we're going to go into market sophistication, and we're going to pick up the third aspect of what I need to be able to create winning ads. So I'll see you there.